Let's do an actual
Hello, here I am. Hello and welcome to Mental Health Monday. I'm your host, Amanda. Hello and welcome to Mental Health Monday. I am your host, Amanda, where we talk about advocacy, resources, and ending the stigma associated with mental health. Hello. Today we are going to talk about dating while you are struggling with your mental health, or dating while you have a mental illness, or dating while you have a mental health condition. Whatever terminology you like to use, we're gonna give you some tips today on how to do it, how to navigate relationships, not just romantic, but interpersonal as well. It's all gonna go down right here in this episode of Mental Health Monday, so let's get started. So the very first piece of advice we would give you is to always take care of yourself first. I know people say, love yourself first before you love someone else, but it's really, really important to not only love yourself, but have that self-awareness and bring that self-awareness into your interpersonal and romantic relationships. So this looks like knowing what you like, knowing what you want in a relationship, knowing what you don't like and don't want in a relationship. Really understand what traits you're looking for and what traits you're trying to avoid, which can be really difficult when we have a mental health challenge or when we're dealing with a mental illness, because sometimes our brain can trick us into thinking things are bad that are good, or thinking things that are good that are bad, which is why it's so important to always lean on your care team and maybe develop a plan with them, or figure out how to navigate that with your care team. The second piece of advice we would give you is to make sure that you are comfortable with boundaries, what they are, and setting them. Obviously, this is a really big feat. This is something that we're learning every single day throughout our lives, and so boundaries are really, really, really hard. But knowing how and when to set a boundary in interpersonal and romantic relationships is really, really important. And if you want to learn more about boundaries and how to set them, we will put a link to a boundaries workbook right in the description for you. It's a really good one. The next thing that's important to put into perspective is when you are going to disclose your mental illness or your mental health challenge to your friend or to your partner. A lot of times in natural flowing relationships, these moments will kind of happen on their own and you will know when that person is safe enough to tell, but also lean on your care team for this as well, just to make sure that you're comfortable enough to disclose this information, to be sure that this person is a safe individual to disclose this to. It's also really, really, really important that you're patient with yourself. Dating or finding friendships while you're struggling mentally is really, really, really hard. So you have to just be patient with yourself, have a good understanding of where you're at personally, and maybe if it gets too much for you, take a break, pull back, find your zen, calm yourself down, and try again another day or another week or another month where you feel like you can handle it. Stigma and microaggressions and things like that when we're dealing with mental health are still very real, very present, and very out there. So it's so important that you take care of yourself and that you're ready to have this experience. And it's really, really important that we all remember we are not our diagnosis. We are not our mental illness. At the end of the day, you are a person just like anyone else, and the mental illness is just a part of you, something that we have to navigate through. Now, if you're dating somebody with a mental health diagnosis, then just make sure that you learn a lot about your partner or your friend's diagnosis. Communicate with them, learn about what works, what can help them, what things not to say to them. Also, go back to our stigma video and learn more about that one as well, because that's a really, really, really important one for you to watch if you are friends, family, or partners with somebody who has a mental health diagnosis. It's just so important that you show not only your partner, but the individuals around you and yourself kindness and compassion. It's not easy navigating the relationship or the friendship world when you're struggling. It's definitely not easy navigating the world in general. So just show yourself kindness and compassion and gratitude that you're trying, that you're getting out there, and that you're doing the best for yourself. And take it one day at a time. And that is all for Mental Health Monday today. Join us next week where we talk about more topics about mental health, and we will see you then. Don't forget to subscribe and write comments down below if you want to see other videos or even if you like our stuff. Bye.